Dragon Radio and Global News is brought to you by Dr. Mark Carr at 312 North Walnut in Cameron. Call Dr. Carr for all of your dental needs at 632-5812. At Dr. Carr D.D.S., they love to see your smile.
Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Westerly, and this is your weekly update. Today is Wednesday, December 20th.
And today is the end of our semester. Well, actually, tomorrow is the last day. And Ivy Slaughter caught up with Dr. Robinson, so please check it out.
Right now, I'm outside Central Office about to get a semester summary from Dr. Robinson.
I'm Dr. Matt Robinson and Superintendent of the Cameron School District. I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of the positives we've had this semester and some of the projects we've worked on. Probably our biggest positive is our student achievement, and that's really why we're here and what our task is every day. And we recently just got our APR back. That's our annual performance report. We were able to score a 98.6 on that, and that's really a reflection of our student achievement on our map and our end of course and those different pieces. And so I know administration and staff are very excited about that, and as they should be. That's a real accomplishment, and we're, I hate to say keeping up with the Joneses, but we are keeping up with the Joneses. And when it comes to some of the more suburban type districts in Kansas City, we're doing just as well or better than most of them. So we're happy about that because that means our kids are doing well on our state testing and those other pieces. Just a couple projects we wrapped up this semester was work on our CIS HVAC system. We went through and redid some of the pipe work and put new antifreeze, I guess, in the pipes and different pieces like that to make it a little bit more resourceful. We did some work at the high school gym, including painting it and some different pieces there, and then finished in one more addition at the high school press box at the district stadium, and took the old one down on the west side and moved everything over to the east side, and we're happy with how that all turned out. Next semester, we'll continue to focus on the student achievement, make sure our kids are ready for the MAP and the EOC testing, and I have no doubt that we'll be ready and we'll do good in those pieces. And we won't obviously get that information until next fall again, but we're very hopeful that we'll do well again. And then we'll also start talking about our budget for next year. We've already started having those conversations. Obviously, the biggest part of our budget is teachers and staff, but the rest of that is what technology we'll be buying, what projects we'll need to do this summer. And so that's a big portion of my time for the second semester is really working on the pieces of the budget and trying to figure out how to best utilize our money. And so there'll be some of that we'll be asking for some community input, because we're at a point where we really need to start developing another 5 or 10 year plan and figuring out what we need to do, because we've got some needs in our district and we need to figure out how we're going to get those taken care of. So those are just a couple of the things we've worked on first semester and second semester. And if anybody has had any questions, they're more than welcome to call me. I'm more than available to talk about budget and those other items, and wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Dr. Robinson, for that semester summary. Make sure to tune in next semester for more stories.
Thanks, Ivy. Since it is the end of first semester, seniors are counting down their days. Megan has the senior feature.
I'm Jim Breckenridge. I'm graduating in a semester, and I'm a senior in high school.
Jim, what is your favorite memory from high school?
Probably just hanging out with my friends, having a good time.
What were you involved in your high school career?
I was involved in soccer. That's pretty much it.
And what will you miss the most in your high school experience?
Probably just chilling with my friends, having a good time.
And what are your plans after high school?
I plan on going to the Marines and doing that for 20 to 30 years.
Awesome. And is there anything you would want to say to underclassmen who are still going through their high school life?
Study long every night. Don't procrastinate. Be nice to your parents. Be nice to teachers. Pretty much it.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Jim. And if you've been watching the news lately, you've probably heard about net neutrality. Hunter Spicer has the local reaction.
What are some of the long-term effects of net neutrality since it was voted to be repealed?
Alright, so with net neutrality, a lot of it blocks a lot of Americans from getting access to information that's normally on the internet as we have it now, because lots of Americans can't afford to pay the prices that ISPs will put up just because they will now have no regulations on how to regulate the internet. And not only that, but smaller businesses will not have as much of a chance as being successful, such as like the big streaming sites like YouTube or Netflix, because those all have to pay the internet providers all of that. And so with less money coming from the smaller companies, they're not going to get as better streaming services from their ISPs.
All right, thanks.
FCC ruling on net neutrality will affect students possibly in the future. Right now, in between the two changeover. In the future, it's going to affect bandwidth, or could affect bandwidth, because it allows ISPs to decide how much bandwidth they give to certain services, and then if they can charge more for those bandwidths to the content provider or the end user.
Alrighty, and how would it affect like school servers and like specifically administration servers?
Hopefully it won't affect us as a school, since we're a nonprofit organization, that the ISP will give us open access because we're an educational institution. But it could possibly affect how much we pay more eventually. And it could also affect the other way of how quickly we receive information from different websites, if they're getting charged separate amounts for access.
Alrighty, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Megan, do you have everything done for second semester?
I'm just trying to get through tomorrow.
That's okay. Vitaly, talk to the counselors about what needs to be done second semester. Let's go.
As the first semester is almost over, lots of students tend to forget about things they still need to do. But don't worry, we got ya. Mr. Burks told us about some important things students need to do right before and right after they come from Christmas break.
Well, right now, just before break, obviously finish the semester strong with your finals. Make sure you put in some time to study so that you have the best grades that you can. Following the break, if you need to maybe possibly retake an ACT test, you still want to try to strengthen that score a bit. January 12th is the registration deadline for a February test. If you haven't yet filed your FAFSA form for your financial aid, the priority deadline for that is February 1st, so that would be something that you would want to get right on when you got back from the semester. Also start looking at different scholarships. Check our website every day to see if we put any new ones on. Coming up in February 14th, our local scholarship application should be open for students to apply for all the local scholarships. I would also recommend that those of you that have applied and been accepted to your schools, check your email daily, or at least 2 or 3 times a week, so that you can keep check all that correspondence from the colleges that are sending you to make sure that you don't miss any deadlines excuse me, or that they have all the work that they need. Also, you might even just double check with us as counselors that you do have all of your graduation requirements met, and work hard for the second semester.
Thanks to our guidance office, now we won't forget about important things we need to do before and after Christmas break. Thank you, and back to you.
Thanks, Vitaly. And now let's roll over to Zoe's story for the bowling ball bash for Special Olympics.
Doug Yates. I am sponsor of Special Olympics. I coach Special Olympics here for Cameron R1.
Okay. How long have you been the sponsor?
That's my second year.
Okay. What is going on behind you right now?
We're raising money for our Special Olympic events. We have Special Olympic events for football, bowling, basketball, and track and field. So
okay.
We raise money to help us go to those events.
Okay. When is the next event?
The next event is January 20th. It'll be basketball in Maryville.
Okay, so what did you just do?
I threw a bowling ball at a car.
Okay, do you know why you did it?
For the Special Olympics fundraiser.
Okay, how do you feel after doing it?
Pretty good.
Yeah? Did you like it?
It's very important to them. They try their best when they go to events. To them, it's just as important as them as the high school basketball here. So they really put their heart and soul into it, and that they need support.
Thanks, Zoe. Even though Pom Squad performed their last performance last night of 2017, plans are still underway for 2018. Check it out.
Carolyn Estes. I'm captain of the Pom Squad this year. We just had a lock-in on Saturday, and we did that as like our Christmas get-together. So we got each other Christmas gifts, and we did a lot of team bonding games, like board games, stuff like that. We did karaoke, super fun. So for the rest of the year, we have just games, and this Saturday we're actually going to Winterfest at World of Fun, so that'll be a good experience. But as far as that goes, then actually that's running Winterfest at World of Fun messaged our coach and asked if we would like to go dance.
The band is getting into the Christmas spirit. This past week, they had their Winterfest at Cameron High School, and Eli has the scoop.
On Thursday, December 14th, the band held their Winterfest. I interviewed Spencer Ice, who's a part of the band, and I asked him a few questions on the preparations and what was his favorite song.
Go. Hi, I'm Spencer Ice. Okay.
All right. So what did you do? What did you do to prepare for this concert?
I made sure I knew my songs and had them somewhat memorized. I mean, we had music, but I need to make sure that I know what's coming and what to expect.
All right. What was your favorite song?
My favorite song is 1812 Overture, something that we hadn't quite done, and we played with the 8th grade, which is a new thing, and I really enjoyed it.
This has been my last weekly update. Thank you to everyone who supported us, and have a safe and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. If you'd like more information, go to our Facebook at the DRGN and our Instagram also at the DRGN. Thank you. Okay.
Hey. I'm just kidding.
Not to be outdone, the choir also held their first annual Sweet Sing and Be Merry. Tyler has the story.
A lot of people think about what kids want for Christmas, but have you ever thought about what teachers want for Christmas? Eric Vickay has the scoop.
Mr. Milholland in the Spanish sub. What I would like for Christmas would be for the Chiefs to make a run through the playoffs and not to lose in the first or second round and break my heart yet again.
My name is Mrs. Fugate, and for Christmas, I would like to have a whole bunch of really good food for Christmas dinner.
I'm Jerry Burks, and this year for Christmas, I just like to spend time with my family and get outdoors and do some hunting that we usually don't have a lot of time for while school's going on. So I'm just looking for vacation and free time.
I'm Lacey Henry, and some of the things that I've asked for this Christmas is a new lens for my camera to take pictures of friends and family, and a new pair of running shoes.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Green, and for Christmas, I would like to spend time with my family.
And that's a wrap for the 2017 broadcast.
Make sure to check us out on our website, Facebook, and Instagram.
I'm Megan Gregory.
And I'm Westerly Jones.
And happy holidays from DRGN. And I'm signing off.
Merry Christmas.